Can somebody please explain to me in full detail what exactly is a franchise champion? Because honestly, I still don't quite understand what this franchise championship means. I heard about it a few months ago, but I didn't care enough about it to even do research on it because it sounded like a whole bunch of horseshit. Just the word franchise, it sounded like a joke, so I didn't even bother doing research. But now I came across this article, and it says Tyson Fury could be upgraded to franchise champion in order to take on Anthony Joshua. Whyte is the mandatory champion set for the next shot at heavyweight world champion, but Fury could instead fight Anthony Joshua. So basically, he could become the franchise champion, Tyson Fury, that is, and then I guess they strip him of the WBC belt, and they either have Dillian Whyte fight for the vacant belt, or they just make him the WBC champion without fighting anyone. Let's read some of this, what this article had to say. Tyson Fury could be upgraded to a franchise champion in a bid to fight Anthony Joshua and avoid taking on Dillian Whyte. But Fury instead wants to take on fellow world champion Anthony Joshua in order to establish the first undisputed heavyweight champion. All right. So what I'm getting at with this article is basically because Dillian Whyte is the mandatory, and obviously Tyson Fury being the WBC champion, he needs to defend his WBC belt against Dillian Whyte in order to defend it, in order so they don't strip him, right? But Tyson Fury wants to obviously fight Anthony Joshua to become undisputed. So I guess they're saying in order for him to avoid fighting Dillian Whyte, they just upgrade him to the fucking franchise champion, whatever that fucking means. And I guess they make Dillian Whyte the WBC champion. And then Tyson Fury would be the franchise champion, and Dillian Whyte would be the real champion without even fighting Tyson Fury. I don't like that personally. I don't know if you could tell, but I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it when these make-believe belts come along and they make these make-believe belts that I never heard of. They literally just pops out in like 6 months ago. 6 months ago, this thing didn't exist. But now it's a thing where you could get upgraded to a franchise champion without having to fight. So it's like you're basically ducking the mandatory, but it's okay because you're still the champion because you're the franchise champion. But the mandatory gets to become the full champion without even having to fight you. I just don't like that. It should be a thing where you don't, this shit franchise championship belt doesn't even exist. It's you just have to fight Dillian Whyte, and that's it. Why can't the WBC just force Tyson Fury to fight him? Okay, it'll suck because we want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, but at least he'll get through with the mandatory thing where he has to fight Dillian Whyte. Why don't they just do like a deadline? Like if you don't agree to fight Dillian Whyte by, I don't know, September this year, we strip you of your WBC belt. And that's it. Like what they should have done that to Deontay Wilder. But they didn't. So they should do that to Tyson Fury now. I don't like this idea of franchise champion. I don't like that because then when a fighter wins the regular belt, either he gets handed the WBC belt or, I don't know, he fights for the vacant WBC belt. That guy's not going to get no credit. They're going to look at him as a paper champion. It's kind of like, you remember when Devin Haney, I believe they made Vasily Lomachenko the franchise champion, the franchise WBC champion, and then Devin Haney became the WBC champion. But nobody looked at him as the real champion. They looked at him as a paper champion because he didn't have to fight Vasily Lomachenko because he upgraded to franchise champion. So, and no one ever looked at him. There was people saying he's a fake champion. It'll be the same thing for Dillian Whyte. I just don't like that. I don't like this whole idea of franchise, French fry, fuckery championship belts. If you're a champion, it should be you have to fight the dude if you have a mandatory, you have to fight him, and that's it. Fight him, win or lose, just fight him. The WBC needs to just make Tyson Fury have to defend the WBC belt this year, and if he doesn't, they strip him. That's it. And then you could be like, okay, he ducked him. But I don't like this idea of franchise champion. I'm sorry. I just don't, because I don't really get it, and It's just weird to me. All right, it's a stupid make